we're kicking off the Control2Connection Parenting Series. Super thrilled for that, where I'm going to help you move from power struggles to real connections with your kids. This is episode number 1, and today we're talking about why you're so controlling and why it's not actually your fault. Over the next few weeks, I'm going to walk you step by step through how to go from micromanaging and constant correcting to calm, confident leadership your kids actually want to follow. Each episode builds on the last, so if you want the full transformation, make sure you watch them in order. Let's dive in. When I was a kid, I had this dream to become a black belt in martial arts. I trained for 2 years. I could practically smell the dojo mats, feel the snap of the uniform with each kick, but life got in the way. I never finished. Fast forward 2 years later, my daughter says she wants to learn martial arts. My heart lit up. I thought, this is it. She's going to finish what I couldn't. We were both so excited at first. I was that mom proudly signing the registration form, imagining her in a crisp uniform, the belt colors changing over time, imagining the moment she'd tie on a black belt and maybe it would heal something in me. But here is where the dream turned into control. Because I had done martial arts, I knew what a proper stance should look like, how a punch should land, and every time she practiced, I was there adjusting the arm, correcting her kicks, reminding her to keep her guard up. I told myself I was helping, right? But if I'm honest, deep down, I didn't fully trust her to get it right. Somewhere inside me, I was sure that if I don't step in, she'd get it wrong. Maybe it came from my past moments when I had let her try and she had messed up or spilled the water or broken the toy, maybe done it wrong. Maybe it was my nervous system already stretched thin from the day, whispering, I can't handle the mess, or do over right now. Over time, I could feel the joy slipping away for her. She didn't light up when it was time to go to class anymore. She started dragging her feet, making excuses. And one day she looked at me and said, I don't want to go anymore, Mom. And I realized the dream had stopped being hers. It had become mine. And in that shift, I had taken away the very thing that makes learning stick, the joy of making it her own. Parents, we're controlling because our nervous system is wired to protect us. Here's the brain science. The amygdala, your brain's alarm system, scans for threats. That threat could be a karate kick done wrong or messy homework page. If you're tired, stressed, or emotionally overloaded, your survival brain takes over. The prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain that lets you pause, think, and choose better response, partly goes offline. Your body says, take control before something goes wrong. This is how our brains evolved to keep us alive in dangerous situations. But in parenting, that same wiring can backfire, right? And to that, something called mirror neurons, the brain cells that make us catch someone else's emotions. So when your child is flustered or frustrated, your brain literally starts to feel their agitation in your own body. Doesn't this happen all the time? And if you were raised in a home where mistakes were not tolerated, your brain learned early that the safest thing to do was to control, perfect it, and manage before things spiraled. You feel safe in doing that. I quickly learned my control was a safety mechanism for me. And this is why breaking the habit of control is not about willpower. It's about rewiring how your nervous system responds, not reacts. So let's talk about self-regulation, the ability to calm yourself down, think clearly, and make good choices. Hear me out, doesn't fully mature until around age 25. Psh. Yeah. Before age 7, children depend almost entirely on co-regulation, borrowing our calm to find theirs. They can't self-regulate yet. Think about it. When you stay steady, their breathing slows. When you soften your voice, their shoulders drop. When you hold that safe space, their brain gets the message, I'm okay. Mommy got me. On the flip side, if we tighten up, they read danger, danger, danger. Their stress hormones spike. Their thinking brain shuts down. Either fight back or shut down, right? So either they are going to fight or they freeze. Or flight too. They take off, they run off, right? A lot of times we see kids will either fight you back, they will either shut down, or they would either just run away from that situation because it's not tolerable. So they'll just run to their bedroom or run where they feel safe enough to process their emotions, because whatever they're feeling in this moment, we are not able to co-regulate with them. Every one of these moments, tantrum, a spill, a karate kick, is either wiring their brain for resilience or for reactivity. And here's the part that's both empowering and humbling. They learn regulation not from what we say, but from what we embody in those moments. Children do what we do, not what we say, right? How many times have we heard that? For many of us who grew up in Indian or Asian households, right? Control was the language of love. How many times we heard, do as I say, this is for your own good. Mommy knows better, daddy knows better, don't talk back. And think about it, we were praised for being obedient and shamed for questioning. Just do as I say, don't ask why. Right? So now when our kids push back, it's not just about the moment, it's about our childhood wiring, our blueprint. We think if I don't control this, I'm failing as a parent. But here's the hard truth. Too much control builds fear or resentment, not respect. Respect comes from guidance paired with trust. And this is why shifting from control to connection isn't just about our kids, it's about healing generations before us and setting a different tone for generation after us. This is why shifting from control to connection isn't just about our kids, it's about healing generations before us and setting a different tone for generations to come after us. Try this shift. Instead of, the kick is too low, say, how did that feel? Want to see a trick to make it stronger? Instead of, stop crying and finish your homework, try, I can see this is hard. Let's take a breath together and make it into steps. Same boundaries, parents, but now your child feels guided, not managed, not controlled. And over time, what happens is this turns your role from policeman to coach, someone they want to come to, not hide from. If you've been nodding all along, you already know. You don't want to be remembered as the controlling parent. You want the child to feel your presence more than your pressure. And that's exactly what I help parents do in my A.L.I.V.E coaching program. The doors will be opening soon. I'm super thrilled to get this out to you. This is a brand new program with the same knowledge, but tweaked in a way that's easier for busy parents to consume all this goodness. If you want to be the first one in line, here is how. Just DM me the word A.L.I.V.E, A.L.I.V.E, on Instagram or Facebook, and I will add you to my priority list so you get early access, bonuses, and the chance to ask me your questions live way before I open the doors in fall. Your child's brain is wiring right now, literally as we speak. Every interaction counts, and let's make sure they remember your calm, your trust, your connection, not your control. So today we talked about why we control. I hope you gain some more clarity here. And in next episode, number 2, the neuroscience of letting go, parenting without power struggles, we're going to break down exactly what's happening in your child's brain when they resist, and the 3 steps to respond without losing your cool or giving in. These episodes build on each other, so don't miss it. And remember, DM me A.L.I.V.E so you can go deeper with me when the doors to A.L.I.V.E open up. Lots of love.